Well, welcome to tonight's high school basketball game. We're at Campbell High School gym for the finals of the Campbell's first annual Christmas tournament. I'm Bill Hampton along with Tommy Jacobs, and glad that you could join us here on YHC TV. Tommy, before we get started in our pregame, we want to welcome the fine folks from Northeast Arkansas that have joined us on New Wave Cable. We will be bringing basketball from Marmaduke, from Piggott, and from Rector schools. So you folks just keep watching, and we'll let you know what the schedule is. Again, glad to have you folks on from Northeast Arkansas. All of our games are taped, and so they're delayed anywhere from 2 to 4 days, and depending on our schedule. And again, we'll let you know what those schedules are. Well, Tommy, this is the first tournament, Christmas tournament that Campbell's had. They've got a beautiful gymnasium, a great place to have it.
They sure have. And the way I understand it, the tournament this week has really went well, and that doesn't surprise me with the class of people that Campbell have over here. And they've had some good games. I understand had some double overtime games, some overtime games, and had some relatively upsets a little bit. The number one team was upset, then they were beaten a while ago.
Yep. Well, let's talk about that, see how both of these teams playing tonight. The Camels, the host team, seeded second in this tournament, are in the finals, and a surprise team, Armorel, Arkansas. Yeah. Armorel, for you folks that wonder where Armorel is, it's east of Blytheville, Arkansas, over on the river. They've got some great industry out there, Tommy. And Armorel was seeded fourth in this tournament. They're playing in a championship game. Here's how both these teams are. Let's talk about the entire tournament, how it went, Tommy. First game of the tournament, number one seed Naylor over the Campbell JV team. There were only 7 teams, and Campbell JV filled out that tournament. So it was Naylor over Campbell JV, 74-41, and Armorel over Delta C7, 67-28. Campbell over Southland, 80-29. Neelyville over Zenith, 67-42. Then moving out to the consolation bracket, Campbell JV in double overtime defeated Delta C7, 69-65, and Zenith defeated Southland 64-42, setting up the consolation championship tonight in the 7th place game. It was Campbell JV 63, Zenith 59, and it was Delta C7 beating Southland 76-58 in the 7th place game. Right. Campbell JV beating Zenith in the consolation championship 63-59. Over on the winners' side on Tuesday evening, it was Armorel over Naylor in double overtime, 73-69, and it was Campbell over Neelyville, 58-53 in overtime. The third place game just finishing, Neelyville defeated Naylor 52-47, sets up tonight's championship game between the Armorel Tigers and the Campbell Camels. And we want to tell you, Tommy, before you give us the cheerleaders, Armorel, the superintendent, Mike Hunter, he's a young man from Kennett. I know Mike very well. And the principal is Kevin Reddick. And you want to give us the cheerleaders for Armorel?
Yeah, I sure will. The sponsor is Donna Skelton, Rebecca Skelton, the cheerleader, Latasha White, Jessica Quick, Tiffany Ashmore, Kelsey Starnes, Lauren Moody, Chelsea Smith, Haley Gribble, Kaylee Starnes, and Hannah Hayes. For the Camels, the sponsor is Lynn Campbell and Julie Cloud. We've got Chantel Blake, Roxana Siebert, Kayla Lahan, Hannah O'Neill, Heaven Rankin, Haley Ward, Megan Thompson, Dakota Edwards, Tiffany Brimwell, and Haley Lahan.
And we want to tell you the superintendent at the Campbell Schools, Darrell Wilburn, the high school principal, Jay Thornton, assistant principal, Pam Deckard. And we're going to be getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll give you the coaches and the players as they're introduced. Again, we have with us tonight on camera our camera person, Kim Stokes, and we're glad to have you folks join us for high school basketball on YHC TV. We're going to have the national anthem, and we'll be joining the starting lineups in just a moment. Tommy, we want to tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by Allen Christian in Dexter, A-plus medical equipment in Dexter, Three Rivers Community College, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, historic downtown Dexter, attorneys Welch Todd Parker in Malden, and it's Glenn Sane, Rector, Kennett, and Paragould. Campbell is the visiting team. They're in black tonight. Campbell coached by Steve Fowler, assisted by Rick Campbell. They come into the game with a record of 4-3. Jake Tennant, a 5'10 senior wearing number 33. Number 23, one of the fastest guards that you'll see. Jordan Baggett, he's a 5'10 senior. He and Tennant really play well together.
Yes, they do.
Cale Weeks, a 6'2 junior, wears number 42. He's back and healthy again after a slight concussion.
Good to see him back.
Andrew Pearson, a 6'1 junior, wears number 21. And number 20, a 6-foot senior, Eugene Powers. And I want to tell you, this guy picks up points, Tommy, and when the game's over with, you don't realize that he did. He is just there.
He's always around the ball.
Yeah. Armorel Tigers comes in with a record of 8-5. Their head coach, Charles Brown. Mike McCurdy is the assistant. Number 3 was Brian Broach. He's a 6-foot senior. Number 13, a 5'10 senior, is Chris Brown. Number 21, a 6-foot junior, is Kyle Cassidy. Number 23, a 6'2 junior, is Hunter Cortan. And number 33, a 6-foot senior, Jesse Hughes. Tim Gage just handed us a piece of paper near the end of the third quarter, and of course this game will be over with, of course, when you see this game, but Bernie ahead of Bell City by 7. Bernie Mules really have got a great ball club. Bell City is the number 1 team in Southeast Missouri this year. Jumping center for Armorel is Hunter Cortan, and jumping center for the Camels is Cale Weeks. Referees tonight, Mickey Gum, Kevin Ellis, and Tracy Stone. Bernie was down by 7 near the end of the third quarter. Bernie was down by 7. Armorel takes the tip. Brown has the ball. Campbell is in a zone. They're really pressing our Camels in a man-to-man. Ball tipped out of bounds that time, defensively by the Camels. It may be a box and one. I can't tell, or somebody's not with their man. Let's see what happens here. They're going to go in a 2-3 zone on this inbounds. Brown will inbound the ball. Out front to Broach. Broach down in the corner to Cassidy. Cassidy for 3, won't go. Ball tipped around, and Andrew Pearson comes up with the ball. He gets it to Tennant. Tennant quickly back to Pearson. He thought about 3, pulled it back. Baggett to Pearson, back to Baggett. Armorel in a, I can't tell the defense they're in either. We'll get it settled out. It looked like a zone, but they were fronting it. It may be a matchup.
It may be. Looks like Campbell looks like a man this time now.
Yep. Jason Hughes with the ball, or Jesse Hughes that is. Ball tipped out and around. Brown takes it, puts it up for 3, will not go. Rebound in there by Eugene Powers. Gives the ball to Baggett. Baggett quickly down the floor. He's going to drive, and he's tripped. We're going to have our first foul of the game. Foul on the floor.
Both teams playing aggressive defense.
Oh, yes. Kyle Cassidy looks like picked up that foul for Armorel. Ball inbounded to Weeks. He does a turnaround shot. No good. Rebound pulled, went up high that time was Hunter Cortan. Nice rebound. Ball quickly down to Broach. He gives the ball to Hughes. Hughes out to Brown. Brown down to Cortan, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. Andrew Pearson going to be called his first foul, team's first. 6:38 to go in this first period. No score. Again, I'm Bill Hampton along with Tommy Jacobs. Camera person tonight, Kim Stokes. We also have Ed Gargis with New Wave Communications here. Hopefully we can get a word with him at half to talk about all this expansion New Wave's doing. First basket of the night, Jesse Hughes with a lay-in. Nice inlet pass to him, Tommy.
Sure was.
Armorel's in a man-to-man. Everybody's matched up with a man now. Now we can tell, okay? We're going to have a hacking foul at time. It's going to be on Kyle Cassidy. It's going to be his second, Tommy. He's picked up 2 here real quick. Coming in for him is going to be Josh Stovall. He's a 5'10 sophomore. 6:18 to go in the first period. Armorel on top of Campbell, 2-0. Campbell is going to be the visiting team on the scoreboard because they're in dark colors. Cale Weeks quickly over to Baggett. He puts it up, no good. Weeks with the rebound, puts it up and in.
Weeks went up and got that rebound, stuck it back in.
Good stick back by Kyle Weeks. Campbell in a full court, man-to-man press. Baggett on Stovall. Stovall across the timeline. Picks his dribble up, and the ball taken away by Weeks. Weeks is going to go in, puts it up, scores it.
Oh.
Cale Weeks with a takeaway.
Back-to-back buckets for Cale Weeks.
Campbell's up 4-2 with 5:40 to go in the first period. Stovall with the ball across the timeline. He's going to drive, gets the ball back out to Broach. Broach for 3, no good. Ball tipped around, and we're going to have a foul on I think it's on the Camels.
I think so. I think it's on, is it on Pearson?
It's going to be on Andrew Pearson, his second. Coming in for Andrew Pearson is going to be Justin Fowler. Fowler really had a good game against Malden last week, Tommy. Really stroked the ball well, shot the ball. I think he had 4 threes in that game. I tell you, when he gets that rhythm going, he's as good a shooter as you'll see. Fowler's going to be called for the foul. He did a block there, and then he got a little over-aggressive there. Third foul on the Camels. 5:20 to go in this first period. 4-2, Campbell on top of Armorel. Cortan with the ball. Campbell in a 2-3 zone this time, Tommy. Stovall out in the corner for 3, no good. Weeks fights for the rebound, and he's on the floor with it. Gets it back to Tenen. Tenen across the timeline.
Tenen gets a step, he'll drive on that young man.
Yes,
We've
he will.
Seen him drive all,
and Tommy,
all
he uses his left hand so
he
well.
Sure does.
Oh, there he goes.
There
Speaking of it, put it up, will not go, and he had the sense to throw it off somebody's leg, but it went off his leg, standing out of bounds. Good heads-up play by both teams there. Cortan with the ball. Quickly out to Broach. Broach across the court to Brown. He puts up a layup, will not go. Rebound by Baggett, quickly down the floor. Jordan Baggett to Jake Tenen. 4:30 to go, 4-2, Campbell on top. Very low scoring game, Tommy. 15-footer by Baggett, will not go. Rebound by Powers, and he's going to be fouled.
Tell you, Powers is always there to do his job. He hustles after the ball. As we call one guy last year, the garbage man. He picks up everything in there and puts it back in the hole. We don't mean that anything but good, too.
That's a compliment.
You bet it is.
That's a compliment.
Every team likes to have one.
Oh, he's just there.
He sure is.
He seems like he knows where the ball's going, and he gets in a position to get there. Powers' first free throw up. He drains that one.
Yeah, Powers just a good player.
He is.
A good young man.
He's a 6-foot senior. And like I say, you don't notice him till the game's over with.
Right.
You start adding up the stats, and he's there with the best of them. Second one up, nice arch on that ball. He knocks that one down. 6-2, Campbell on top with 4:26 to go in this first period. Glad you joined us on YHC TV. Cale Weeks with the takeaway.
Cale Weeks had another steal.
Yep. Quick pass down to Powers. What a nice pass by Baggett in there. He put up a shot, would not go, but Weeks picked it up, put it in. He's going to be fouled, go to the line, try to complete the three-point play.
I believe Cale Weeks come to play ball tonight.
He sure did. 8-2 with 4:11 to go in this first period. Campbell on top. We're going to have a timeout on the floor called by the Armorel Tigers. With timeout on the floor, you're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great and wonderful.
Hello and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Noticed about Campbell is Baggett or Tennant is bringing the ball down. As soon as they get possession, they're bringing it down quickly. The forwards are releasing on down the floor, and they're finding the holes in the lane down there and hitting them underneath, and they're getting some easy crip shots there. And then here's Weeks with a chance to make that three-point play, the conventional three-point play. Campbell's 2 for 2 from the line. Here's Weeks' free throw up. He scores it. 9-2. Campbell's on top of 7. 4:10 to go in this first period. Stovall with the ball. Oh, he tried to hit someone and tried to hit Cortan and missed him. And then Campbell had a takeaway, went down the floor and threw the ball away trying to get a layup.
Sure did. The press looks pretty good at Campbell's.
Campbell's in a 2-2-1 zone, full court press. Ball quickly over to Cortan. Oh, ball tipped away in there by Baggett. Tennant has control of it. He's going to bring it across the timeline. He still has it. Oh, gets it underneath. Tried to get it to Powers. It's off of Armorel. Campbell will regain possession of the ball. Back into the game for Armorel is going to be Kyle Cassidy. Going out is Josh Stowell. Stowell gave him some good minutes there, Tommy.
Sure did.
Pass into Weeks. Weeks is going to put it up. Will not go, but he's going to be fouled. Tell you what, Cale Weeks really looks aggressive
Sure
tonight.
does. I tell you what, he really does. Cale Weeks a big man.
First foul on Brian Broach. Tommy, I didn't write down who got the foul a while ago for Armorel. Weeks to the line to shoot 2. First one will not go. Jake Nelson's going to be coming in for Cale Weeks. Weeks' next free throw will not go. Ball rebounded on the floor that time. Everybody thought somebody else was going to get it. Broach finally reached in there and picked it up for the Tigers. Cassidy with the ball. Still has it. He's driving. Kicks it out to Broach. Broach inside, tried to hit. Hughes with it. Ball taken away by Cale Weeks. Boy, he's come out of nowhere tonight. He's really playing a game. Puts it up, will not go. Ball rebounded that time by Cassidy. Out of bounds off Armorel. Campbell will control under their own basket. Jake Nelson, a 5'11 junior, in for Cale Weeks. Tennant inbound. He gets it to Nelson. Nelson across to Fowler. Fowler to Tennant. Tennant for 3. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded that time by Cortan. Gets the ball over to Cassidy. Campbell in a 2-3 zone. Brown with the ball. Gives it to Cortan. Cortan to Cassidy. Cassidy goes in for layup. Scores it.
Nice drive.
Nice drive by Kyle Cassidy. Cassidy, a 6-foot junior, Tommy. Armorel staying with that man-to-man. Tennant with the ball. Kicks it over to Fowler. Fowler for 3. Will not go. Rebounded, tipped out. Goes to Tennant. Tennant drives in. Puts up a shot. Good.
Very nice shot. Laid it up off the backboard.
I tell you what, Jake Tennant's got a soft shot there, Tommy. We got a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Campbell. Foul's going to be on Justin Fowler. It's going to be his second. Team's 4th.
Campbell's press seems to be bothering Armorel.
It is. Campbell's a little quicker tonight than what we saw the other night. So I tell you, we'll talk about it later in the game, how they came on against Malden. L.J. Miller is in for Armorel. He picked up a foul. Foul is going to be on Jake Nelson, I believe. It's his first. Team's 5th. Both teams with 5 fouls. Three-pointer that time put up by Broach. Will not go. Rebounded was Baggett. Baggett takes it the length of the floor. Did a nice look off that time and then kept it and went right on up with it.
Looked that defender off very well.
And then he gets back on defense and knocks the ball out of bounds. But Armorel will control. 1:49 to go in this first period. Campbell on top, 13-4. Hey, Campbell's a lot quicker tonight.
Sure are. They're moving real good.
Yeah. Brown inbound for the Tigers. He gets it out front to Broach. Broach back to Brown. Boy, he's double teamed in that corner. He got out of it. Nice drive that time by Kyle Cassidy. He put it up and in. His second bucket. Got the lead to 13-6 with 1 minute 30 seconds to go. First period. Tennant with the ball. Gets it to Powers. Back to Tennant. Tennant kicks it off to Nelson, who put up the shot, had it blocked. Armorel with the ball. Got it down to Cassidy. Cassidy puts up a shot, scores it.
Armorel's
pardon me,
run.
That was Hunter Cortan. His first bucket of the night. 13-8, 1 minute to go. Now Campbell had it 13-4, and Armorel's on a 4-0 run right now. Jordan Baggett with the ball. Tried to get it down to Fowler. Ball's on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball. The jump will stay with the Camels, or the ball will stay with the Camels on the alternate possession. Coming in for the Camels is Colt Harrelson and Cale Weeks. Going out is Baggett and Powers. Fowler to inbound. Gets the ball to Tennant. Tennant tried to hit Weeks with it. Ball taken away by Brown. Still has it. Down to 30 seconds to go in the first period. Ball over to Broach. Broach to Cortan. Cortan back to Broach. Broach goes in, puts up a one-handed jump shot runner. And what a nice shot.
It was a nice shot.
Brian Broach, his first bucket of the night. 13-10, 15 seconds to go. We're going to have a barn burner here tonight, Tommy. Tennant with the ball. I don't know if he knows how much time's left. Now he looks at it. He's going to put up a long three. Will not go as the horn goes off. In the first period, it's the Camels 13, the Armorel Tigers 10. You're watching high school basketball on Y8C TV.
Well, everybody's got the same vehicles to sell. All we have to sell is service and reputation.
You seem to want to treat the customer the way you want to be treated.
They're going to be treated good. They're going to get good service. Going to get a good vehicle.
Taking care of the people after the sale. We feel like we're absolutely the best.
It's all a family, customers and the people who work here.
We have a good reputation with a lot of good people.
I only have Allen Christian and Dexter.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Armorel decided to come out and start playing some basketball. It looked like Campbell was having their way with them. That press was hurting them, and Campbell was going down scoring. Armorel came alive, come back, made a ball game out of this. Campbell 13 and Armorel 10 at the end of one. Armorel's got some nice players. They'll shoot the three-pointer on you, or they'll fake you and drive around you and try to take it to the basket. Well, Cale Weeks having a nice game.
He sure did. Cale Weeks had 7 in that first period. Tommy, what I was going to say about Campbell a while ago, they were down close to 20 points against Malden Greenway.
Yes, they were.
And all of a sudden, Coach Fowler found a combination in there, and they just kept chipping away at the lead. And that had, as I said at the end of that game had to give Campbell a little confidence because they were way down, and they came back.
That's right. You know, when you go to someone else's home court and play a good team and you come back on them like that says a lot about your team.
Yeah. And, again, they never quit. They just kept going.
And you know what? I love to see a team. It would have been easy for them to fold their tents and be ready to come back to Campbell. But I knew that Coach Fowler's Camels was going to fight all the way.
Yep. We're underway second period, and Armorel takes possession of the ball. Broach has it. Down in the corner to Kyle Cassidy for three. He scores it.
Well, he buried that three from the corner, didn't he?
That's right. First three of the night for either team. Cassidy was 7. We've got a tied game right where we started from.
Sure was.
13 all. Glad you joined us here. We're going to be doing 50 high school basketball games from Marmaduke all the way up to Bloomfield and everywhere in between. All those teams that were in those towns, Tommy, will be doing a game from at least one of those schools, or from every school in our 14 towns that have schools. Fowler with the ball, kicks it over to Tennant. Tennant inside to Cale Weeks. Cale Weeks, a turnaround shot, knocks it down. Weeks is having a big game. He's got 9.
Nice game. That was a pretty shot. Just turned around and stuck in the hole.
Cassidy inside to Cortan. Cortan drove in, is going to be fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Cortan's a 6'2 junior, Tommy. Foul is on, and it's a 6-team foul on Campbell. The third foul on Justin Fowler.
They don't need him in foul.
No, they don't. Cortan's first one up, knocks it down. Matt Reagan in for Kyle Weeks.
And then I think Powers came in for someone.
Powers came in for Fowler.
Yeah, right.
Because I kept looking for Fowler on the floor and I didn't see him. Second shot put up, knocks that down. Hunter Cortan, he has 4 in the game. Game tied 15 all, 6:50 to go in this second period. Nelson to Powers. Powers with the ball, puts it high off the board, will not go. Rebounded that time by Broach. Broach quickly out to Cassidy. Cassidy drives in, puts it in. What a nice layup. Used that left hand and kept that body as a block there. Nice positioning that time by the 6-foot junior Kyle Cassidy. Colt Harrelson with the ball for the Camels. Harrelson gave some real good minutes Friday night. He passed the ball over to Nelson. He lost control but regained. Harrelson with the ball. Gives it to Tennant. Tennant's on the drive, gets the ball into Powers, but we're going to have a blocking foul on the floor against Armorel. It's going to go against L.J. Miller. It's going to be his first, team 6th. Harrelson out, bag it in for the Camels. Nelson inbounds to Tennant. We're going to have a foul against the Camels.
That was right out in the open. I don't know Coach Fowler's not going to be liking that too much.
Foul that time on Jordan Baggett. His first. Team 6, or team 7th. Both teams now are in the 1-1, Tommy, already. Campbell will go 10 deep.
Yes,
so they've got plenty of players. He can mix and match. We're talking about Coach Fowler. Can mix and match about any way he wants. Cortan with the ball. Kicks it over to Broach. Broach to Miller. Miller still has it. Tries to hit Cortan down. The ball tipped to Cortan. Still has it. Gets the ball to Brown. We got a 3-second call on Armorel.
All the action going on, and that one ref had his eyes fixed on that one young man, and that was a good call.
Well, I didn't know if they had possession or not. Talking about Armorel. Yep. Baggett with the ball, gives it to Tennant. Oh, nice fake that time by Jordan Baggett. Did not go. Rebounded by Matt Reagan. Put it up, no good. Tipped up by Jake Nelson. Nelson with his first basket of the night. Ties the game at 17 all with 5:25 to go in this second period. Ball taken away by Powers. Campbell on a 2-on-2. Powers is going to drive in, puts it up, scores it.
Nice move.
It sure was. I was like the Armorel defensive player. I thought he was going to give it up, but boy, he just went right around him. Ball taken away by Powers again. Campbell on a 2-0. 2-1
nice
run.
Pass.
Nice pass, yeah.
Nice pass.
Gives that to Tenen. Good assist that time by Eugene Powers. Ball down in the corner to Broach. Broach skips passes over to Brown. Brown still with the ball. Powers is on him. Powers is showing some quickness now.
He sure is.
And just as soon as we say that, he picked up a foul. That's his first. Going the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Chris Brown, a 5'10" senior. He's not scored in this game. 4:42 to go. Campbell on top by 4. We've got a lane violation on Armorel. It's going to nullify the free throw. Boy, he ripped that too, didn't he?
Sure did.
That hurts. That hurts, something like that. But that happens.
Oh, yes, it does.
Armorel still in that man-to-man. Tennant with the ball. Kicks it inside to Jake Nelson. He's going to be fouled by L.J. Miller. His second. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Jake Nelson. Coming in for the Camels is Kyle Matthews, number 11. He's going in to give Jake Tennant a spell. Also coming in will be Andrew Pearson. Coming in for Armorel. Jason Hughes back in for L.J. Miller. Miller has 2 fouls now. Nelson's first free throw up. Scores it.
Pearson fixing to come in. Pearson had a nice game against Malden.
Yes, he did. Coach Fowler has, like I say, he's got 10 guys he can mix and match, and you can't really tell a lot of difference. So he can sub quite a bit. Nelson knocks both of them down. Andrew Pearson comes in for him. Campbell's in a press. They're in a man-to-man now, Tommy. It's what it looks like, except they're setting. I'm sure it's no. They're going to stay a man-to-man. Oh, all by himself down below, and he misses the layup as Brian Broach. Campbell on the run. Kyle Matthews has a ball down in the corner. Puts up an 18-footer. Will not go, and we've got a foul. Foul's going to be on Armorel. It's going to be on Brian Broach, his second. To the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Eugene Powers.
Eugene Powers. You know, Eugene Powers, this type of player, is going to come every night and give you a good game. Going to give you what he's got.
4:16 to go in the second period. It's Campbell's 23, Armorel, Arkansas 17. Powers to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Will not go. Rebound by Matt Reagan. Look at that.
Oh, nice rebound. Nice
sure was.
Back.
Good putback. Matt Reagan with his first bucket. Nice drive that time by Kyle Cassidy. He put the head down, went to the hole, didn't he?
He sure did.
Boy, he's got him a pot full already. He's already got 11 in the game, 25-19. Jordan Baggett with the ball, and we're going to have a walking call. Drug that pivot foot. They slipped on something over there, Tommy.
Too.
Yep. Cassidy with the ball, gives it up to Brown. Backdoor cut that time by Cortan, and they couldn't get him the ball. He tried, but couldn't get it to him. Turnover that time by Armorel. He had the right idea.
Sure did.
Just let him too much.
He had his man beat, too.
Sure did. Baggett to Pearson, back to Baggett. Nice pick that time by Reagan. Pearson with the ball to Baggett. Baggett's going to put up a 3. Knocks it down.
Nice shot.
Jordan Baggett, his first 3, has 5 on the night. 3:20 to go. Second half, 28-19. Campbell on top. The 3 put up by Broach. No good. Ball rebounded that time. Out of bounds, tipped out of bounds. Boy, let's hope those guys aren't hurt. Man, they went into the bleachers very hard.
Looks like both of them are up.
Boy, Jordan Baggett doesn't look good, though, does he?
No, he's kind of got a hurt look on his face.
Yes, he does.
Coach Beck going to take a look at him. No, Baggett's going to stay out there, it looks like.
Powers is out for the Camels, and Cale Weeks back in. Ball turned over to the Camels on that out of bounds. 28-19, 3:05 to go. Is he okay?
He's kind of.
Yeah, here he goes.
I think he's fine.
All right. I'll tell you what, when he starts juking, we know he's fine.
He's all right.
He's quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah. Matthews down 2. Weeks back to Matthews. Baggett's going to drive. He puts up a jump shot. Will not go. Tip up by Reagan, will not go. Weeks with the rebound, put back, and he's fouled.
Sure is. Campbell's battling the boards that time.
They have hit the boards and hit them good.
Sure have.
You know, Coach Brown is not happy when you're in a man-to-man. You should be able to block them off.
Right.
And they're just not blocking their man off. Cale Weeks, first free throw, scores it. Jake Tennant in for Jordan Baggett. Baggett's going to get a much-needed rest.
Yes,
I guarantee he took a lick over there when he hit those
did.
bleachers. Second one by Weeks will not go. And a foul that time on Matt Reagan. Called for on the back. That was a good block out there.
Yes, it
Just
was.
what we talked about.
Yeah, sure was.
Reagan's first foul. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 is going to be Hunter Cortan. He's a 6'2 junior. He's 2 for 2 from the line. He has 4 points in the game so far. 2:41 to go. Campbell on top of Armorel by 10. First one by Cortan is up, scores it. Tell you what, this young man is impressive.
Sure is.
It's a good ball game.
It is a good ball game. Armorel made a run, got back in, tied it up, and then Campbell's made a run, pulled it out a little bit. Looks like Armorel's going to try to run at him again.
Pearson to Matthews to Tennant. Back to Matthews. Back to Tennant. Down in the corner to Weeks, and they're going to call him for walking. 2.5 minutes to go. Second period. Campbell 29, Armorel 21. Jake Nelson in for the Camels. Going out is going to be Matt Reagan. Ball inbounded to Cassidy. Across the timeline, and he hits Broach over in the corner. Broach still with the ball, kicks it out to Brown. Brown back to Cassidy, or to Cortan. Broach has it. He's going to drive the lane. Oh, puts it out there, set up for a three that time, and he couldn't knock it down. Was Chris Brown. He was all by himself,
Sure
Tommy.
Had him set up out there.
Just what they wanted, it looked
right.
like.
I think so.
Tennant with the ball.
Nice
Boy,
pass underneath.
He found Cale Weeks
Sure
all
did.
by himself underneath, and then coming over quickly to commit the foul that time was Hunter Cortan. It's going to be I've got him for one, Tommy. Let's see. And I missed a foul on Armorel. Well, they're going to call it on number 3. It's going to be his third, Brian Broach. Weeks first one up. He scores it.
Weeks is having a nice game. Very nice.
He's got 10 on the night. He's 3 for 6 from the line. 30-21. Campbell on top of Armorel with 1:56 to go in the first half. Second one knocks it down. 10-point lead by the Camels. Cortan with the ball. Gives it to Cassidy. Cassidy over to Brown. Brown to Hughes. Out in the corner. Oh, I like this 21. I like this
nice.
Kyle Cassidy.
Yeah,
He put up a shot that time. It wouldn't go, but boy, he's got some good moves,
Sure
doesn't he?
does.
Oh, what a nice pass. But it would not go. 10 in that time had fed Cale Weeks. Weeks couldn't get it to go. We've got a jump ball on the floor. An alternate possession will go to Armorel. What a great pass
Sure was.
by Jake Tennant.
Jake Tennant's a nice little guard.
I tell you, he is deceivingly quick.
Sure is.
Handles the ball very well, both left and right-handed. Jordan Baggett back in the game. Kyle Matthews out. Kyle Matthews gave him some good minutes there.
Sure did.
Every
What
game.
I like about Tennant sees the floor. He'll either drive on you, he'll find that open
right.
man, dish it off. I like to watch him play.
Yep. Kyle Matthews is really getting some good confidence right
Yes,
now.
he is.
Ball thrown out of bounds by Armorel. Campbell will inbound their defensive end of the court. 1:17 to go in this second period. Campbell on top, 31-21. Jake Tennant with the ball. Armorel staying with that man-to-man, Tommy.
Yes, they are.
No press yet. They're just sitting back. 1 minute to go. Pearson with the ball for the Camels to Tennant. Looks inside, but pulls it back out. Baggett has it. Skip pass over to Pearson. Pearson to Baggett. Down in the corner to Tennant. Tennant skips it over to Pearson. Pearson thought about a three. Pulls it back. Gives it to Baggett. Baggett down to Cale Weeks. Weeks puts it inside to Jake Nelson. He puts it up. We're going to have a foul. The foul at time going to be called on Hunter Cortan.
Campbell worked the ball around that time. They found somebody underneath. Cale Weeks made a good entry pass from the corner over there. The boy from Armorel just had to foul him, and they're fixing to make 2 points.
Cortan, his first foul. Team's 10th. Both teams are in the double bonus for the remainder of this first half. Jake Nelson knocks that one down. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Eugene Powers in for Andrew Pearson. Second one put up, will not go. Rebounded that time by Brown. Brown gives the ball to Cortan. Cortan over to Cassidy. Cassidy to Brown. Brown out to Stowall, who's into the game for Armorel. Gives the ball to Hughes. Hughes is driving, puts up a shot, will not go. Rebounded by Nelson. Nelson gives the ball to Tennant. 12 seconds to go in this first half. Tennant with the ball. He likes to drive. He pulls it back out. Ball skipped all the way over to Cale Weeks. To Baggett. Baggett with 4 seconds to go. Lets one go to the free throw line. Scores it. Jordan Baggett knocks that one down to end the first half. Camels on top of the Armorel Tigers, 34-21. You're watching high school basketball on Y8C TV.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Gregory's Creations, fragrant candles and lampe brochet fills the air. Brides are registering for fine china.
Many unique gift ideas and a warm, friendly atmosphere is created at Patricia's Tea Room. Plus, Patricia's Tea Room serves lunch Thursday through Saturday at 11 to 2.
Call J.R. York, attorney at law, if you've been injured by another's negligence, hurt at work, or denied disability. Over 20 years experience. J.R. York, attorney at law. Call 624-7406.
Glen St. Ford on Highway 49 North in Paragould is your Ford Mercury dealer. Glen St. in Paragould has great deals every day on all Ford and Mercury vehicles. We also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles around. Glen St. in Paragould has an outstanding service department with some of the top technicians in the country. We're located on Highway 49 North in Paragould. Glen St. Ford, where our price and friendliness bring you here and our service bring you back.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes. Three Rivers affordable tuition
Means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Well, Tommy, the first half, we're going to be entertained by the Campbell cheerleaders dressed in their
look nice,
Christmas outfits. So we'll let you watch that while we're getting everything figured up for you. Tommy, that was the Camel cheerleaders. And great routine there at halftime to entertain the fans with. And while we've got time, we want to tell you the scoring in the first half. Campbell has 34 points. Cale Weeks led the Camels with 12 points that time. 7 with Jordan Baggett, 5 by Jake Nelson, 4 by Eugene Powers, and also Jake Tennant, 2 by Matt Reagan. At 34 points, Campbell 9 for 14 from the free throw line, shooting pretty good for the free throw line. Foul-wise for the Camels, Justin Fowler with 3 is the only one really in major foul trouble. Andrew Pearson had 2 quick fouls there in the first quarter, but that's all he has. And then 1 each to Eugene Powers, Jordan Baggett, Matt Reagan, and Jake Nelson. For the Armorel Tigers, Kyle Cassidy really had a good first half. He scored 11, 6 by Hunter Cortan, 2 each by Jesse Hughes and Brian Broach. Armorel was 4 for 5 from the line, Tommy. They just got to find a way to get to the line.
That's right. They can hit them if they can get to the line.
Yep.
Campbell played a nice first half. Armorel made a run, got up even with them, 13-13, and all of a sudden Campbell streaks out there and gets out, extends that lead. So it was a good half of basketball.
Good half of basketball. We've got Ed Gargas going to join us here. He is the manager for New Wave in this area that we have. Ed, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here, Bill. Thank you for having me.
I'll tell you what, we can't say enough about New Wave Communications, Ed, what you guys do for the people in our area on cable. We get all, if you're a Cardinal baseball fan, we got all 162 games, even though it wasn't a championship year. You can't call the championship year, but for 2 years in a row, we've got to watch every baseball game the Cardinals have played in. We even get them on high def from time to time.
Yes, sir.
And we've got tremendous other channels to choose from on our basic and our extended basic. We also, the internet service is as good as any that I've ever seen. It's very quick. And also the telephone. So, I mean, you can put all that together in that triple net package. I believe that's what you call it.
Triple play.
Triple play.
Wrong sport.
Wrong
not basketball, but either way. So, well, our goal at New Wave Communications, we want to bring world-class communication services to small-town America. We're from southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas, and we want to bring these citizens around here the same type of services they expect to get in the much larger communities. We offer up to a 10 megabyte download speed on the internet. You can't get that in most cities across America. Unlimited long-distance telephone for $34 a month, and so and because we can offer with the technology, the cable, the internet, the telephone, all through the same cable plant, we're able to bring those services at a discounted rate. Very cost efficient for us to produce the services, provide the services, so we can pass those savings off to the customers. So again, we're proud to be here. We're happy for everything that Channel 21 YHC TV does in support of New Wave Communications. There truly is an asset to our organization. So Bill, we thank you and Tommy very much. And as you're aware, just this week we are upgrading into Northeast Arkansas. And so we're excited about being in those communities. As early, now they saw YEC TV Channel 21 for the first time Tuesday, and so not everywhere just yet, but by the end of this month, hopefully middle next week, those 6 communities: Piggott, Rector, Marmaduke, Leif, Greenway, Pollard, St. Francis. I guess that's 7.
7 towns.
We won't tell everybody where I got my high school education, but it was here in southeast Missouri. And but either way, we're so excited to be there and looking forward to bringing a quality product, world-class product, to those communities. And Channel 21, YEC TV is a part of that. We thank you guys very much.
We appreciate that. I think we've got a good partnership going. New Wave supports YEC TV, and for you folks that are joining us, seeing a game for the first time, we do live news broadcasts Monday through Friday, local news, 6:30 in the morning, and then we replay that at noon, at 6:30 at night, midnight, 1:30 a.m., and then we have a cooking show, we have a racing show, we have hometown shorts. We go out to parades, different events in communities, and bring those to people that maybe weren't able to be there. Or in a parade, for instance, Ed, a lot of people don't get to see themselves in a parade or see the parade because they're in that parade, so they get to go back and watch that. And Sonia Shell has a style search show.
Yes, sir.
So we have
Great
different
show.
things on, and then when we don't have something on our TV, we have roll ads with good music behind that for us. So again, it's 24 hours a day. On Sunday, we play 7 churches right now.
Yes.
And then we also play basketball on Sunday afternoons at 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock, tape delayed. And we play that on Saturdays also, or on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock. You turn it on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll see high school basketball. It will be tape delayed. But again, this gives our fans a chance to go to the game. They can watch these games. It also gives our fans. Let's see what the Armorel cheerleaders are going to do here. Talked to those young ladies before the game. They were excited that TV was going to be showing this. And,
as they very well should be.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Mike Hunter, you went to school with Mike?
Well, I didn't go to school with him. He was in the school organization. I was under school under him, I guess. But, yeah, he was a coach, I guess principal there in Kennett, Missouri, where I grew up, my 8th grade football coach. So it was great seeing him. And also I saw another fellow Canesian, Larry Kelly, was in the crowd here tonight. And I stopped and asked him his relation with this tournament. And he just said he wanted to come see some good basketball.
Well, I was just kidding you about Mike. Mike's more my age, but what a great guy. And he is superintendent down at Armorel, and,
yes,
he is a good guy.
Absolutely.
We tried to get him to come on to talk about Armorel, and he said that he had the face for radio, and I told him no, that I had that. Well, it's great that we have cheerleaders that want to perform. We're doing this game tonight at Campbell, their first annual Christmas tournament. Tomorrow night, we will be at Clarkton for their Christmas tournament final.
Looking forward to that.
And then Monday night, we're going to be at Piggott, which you'll be watching that game later in the week. Piggott and Corning, and we're going to be at the new Piggott gym. Looking forward to that. Then we're going to have a few weeks off. And then we're going to go to Bloomfield and bring you all 26 games from the Bloomfield Christmas tournament. While the Armorel cheerleaders are performing out there, we've got Mike Hunter's going to join us here, and we're going to continue to show you the Armorel cheerleaders, but when we get finished, we'll get over here and get Mike. Mike, thanks for joining us here.
Well, thanks for kind of sliding me in here. I was coming up there to visit, and he threw a headset on me.
Well, you never know what's going to happen on White CTV.
With
Mike,
you, I understand.
How many students does Armorel have?
They've got 460 in there. They were down pretty low, and they've started to really grow. They've grown over 20% in the last 2 years.
Well, you have a lot of industry in that area.
Yeah,
very good industry.
Yeah, they do. And two new cores, Hickman and Yamamoto, and they've just put in they're building industry out there all the time around our area. So good people.
Yep. In here. How long have you been in the schools now?
Oh, since 1971.
Yeah, but you took a break.
Yeah, 74, 75 my first year. Then I was county clerk for 4 years.
In Dunklin County.
In Dunklin County. You helped get me elected.
That will.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. What I did, Mike, I put another guy's side up, and that really helped you, I can tell you. Just kidding. You just kidding.
Well, that's the truth. Well, Sody always was the best part in there around there. So
here's Mike on TV, and again, we're glad you joined us. Family doing okay?
Oh, they're doing great.
Great.
And they sure are and everything. It's always good to see you, whatever that is. So,
we go back a long way, Mike.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do and everything. That's what we were talking about. Said you had your fingers in a lot of different pies and everything, and it always came out gold.
Well, I don't know about that, but I tell you what, we've really enjoyed life. I will say that.
Yeah, I like to have a loan.
Mike, good luck to you and the Armorel Tigers and that school system down there. They're very fortunate to have someone like you that really cares for students, cares for what's going on, and I mean that sincerely. You're a good man. And
I appreciate that, and you are too.
Okay.
And we'll appreciate it, and I tell you what, they put on a good tournament here, and Campbell's kind of handing us our hat, aren't they?
Well,
they're playing well.
That's the first half. Let's see what happens the second half here.
Thanks a lot.
Mike, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. We're going to take a short break. You're watching high school basketball, White CTV.
What if sports were much more than just a game, and there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches.
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Well, welcome back. I'm Bill Hampton along with Tommy Jacobs, and you're watching high school basketball on YHC-TV, and we want to tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by Allen Christian Motors in Dexter, A-Plus Medical Equipment in Dexter, Three Rivers Community College, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, historic downtown Dexter. Shop at historic downtown Dexter Merchants. The attorneys Welch, Todd, Parker, they're located in Malden. Glenn Sane of Rector, Kennett, and Paragould. Again, if you enjoy watching high school basketball, tell those fine sponsors, stop in and shop with them, tell them how much you enjoy it. Again, both cheerleading squads, Armorel and the Campbell cheerleaders, perform for the group gathered here tonight. Campbell will start the second half with the ball. Tennant's going to go to Baggett. Let's see what Armorel does, see what type of adjustments they made, Tommy. Tennant with the ball, kicks it over to Baggett. They're still in a man-to-man, Armorel is.
There they are.
Baggett down to Weeks. Weeks drives. He is going to be a foul on the floor. Foul is going to be on Chris Brown. Well, now here I gave Chris Brown the foul. I don't believe he's going to have the foul. It's going to be the third foul on Kyle Cassidy. Campbell will inbound under their own basket. Tennant will inbound. Let's see if they put up a play here. They're going in a stack. Look underneath. They can't get it in. They finally get it in to Eugene Powers. He put it up, will not go, and foul that time is going to be Hunter Cortan. Foul's going to be on Eugene Powers, his second. Both teams now with one foul. A lot of fouls called in this game, Tommy.
They have been.
Campbell staying in that press. Cassidy with the ball. Kicked it over to Brown. Brown right out front to Cortan. Then Cortan gives that ball to Hughes. Hughes into Broach. Over to Brown. Down in the corner to Cortan. Out front. Kicks it over to Cassidy. Cassidy back. Oh, what a nice give and go that time.
Sure was.
Foul going to be on Eugene Powers, his third, team second of the second half.
Powers picked up two pretty quick fouls.
Two real quick fouls. Coming in for Powers is going to be Jake Nelson. 34-21, 7:11 to go in this third quarter. Neither team has scored. Out front to Hughes, down in the corner to Cassidy. Out to Broach. Broach back to Cassidy. Cassidy, good
nice.
give and go that time, but he couldn't knock it down. It was Kyle Cassidy. Nice pass in that time by Hunter Cortan. Weeks with a shot, puts it in.
Very nice move, K.O. Weeks' part.
Stoppage that time as Campbell knocked the ball out of the net, and the referee warned him. Next time will be a technical foul.
That's right.
36-21, biggest lead by the Camels, 15 points with 6:40 to go in this third period. Broach with the ball for Armorel. Gives the ball to Brown. To Hughes. Hughes, the backdoor cut. What a nice cut that time by Kyle Cassidy. 36-23. Cassidy has 13 in the game. Weeks with the ball. He's going to drive, puts up a shot. Will not go. Ball tipped around and pulled down by Broach. Broach gives the ball to Cortan. Armorel's got to make a run, Tommy.
Yes, they do.
They've got it. They got to get it going. Cassidy back to. We got a foul this time. Foul is going to be on Jesse Hughes.
Maybe he might have thrown that hip into him as the ball went by.
Yeah, he's trying to pick for him
he
there.
was.
Third foul on Hughes. Only had him for one. That's the one I missed.
Yeah. Armorel's got some guys in foul trouble.
Yes, they do. They've got three of them with three. That's Hughes, Cassidy, and Broach. Tennant with the ball. Still has it. It's going to put up a jump shot from about 12. Knocks it down. Jake Tennant.
Very good move.
6th point of the night. 38-23. 5:40 to go in the third period. Cassidy with the ball. Gives it out over to Cortan. Cortan inside. Loses the handle on it. Ball picked up by Pearson. Pearson to Tennant. Down in the corner, two. Baggett for three. Air ball will not go, and a ball pulled down by Nelson. Puts it up and in. Jake Nelson with his 7th point of the night. 40-23, 17-point lead. Ball kicked out of bounds by
Baggett.
Quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. He gets back. He's playing good defense.
I enjoy watching a young man play. He and Tennant, they give you everything they've got.
They do.
Not that the rest of them don't either, but they're so quick. Oh, what a nice, quickly down the floor. Cassidy that time put up a shot, will not go. Campbell with a rebound. Jordan back with the ball. Nice move, gets the ball out to Weeks. Weeks puts up a shot, will not go. Rebounded that time on the floor by Nelson. Puts it up, will not go, but he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Nelson battle those boards.
Good handiwork by Jake Nelson that time. Third foul on the half on Armorel. The 4th foul on Jesse Hughes in the game. LT Miller will be coming in for him. Jake Nelson the line to shoot two. He is 3 for 4 from there, Tommy, tonight. First one up, will not go. Miller in for Hughes. Miller's a 5'10 junior. Hughes is a 6-foot senior, stocky guy.
Yes, he is.
4:58 to go in this third period. Don't know what the stoppage was there for, Tommy. But second one up, sure, it bounced around and went in. Justin Fowler in for Cale Weeks for the Camels. Cortan with the ball. Nice ball handling down and takes it all the way in for a layup.
What a good move.
Yep, 41-25, 4:45 to go in the third period. Camel on top by 16. Tennant with the ball. To Pearson, to Tennant. Over to Nelson. Nelson's going to put it up, will not go. Ball on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball. Ball will go over to the Camel. Camel's on the alternate jump, Tommy. Alternate possession. Or, pardon me, to Armorel.
They go over to Armorel.
They switch halves at the
that's what
the teams do, don't they?
Normally so, yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Oh, well.
Cortan with the ball. Has the ball knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Armorel.
Oh, well, here we go.
Ball kicked back in backcourt to Kyle Cassidy. Cassidy with the ball. Kicks it out to Broach. Broach for three. Puts it up. Will not go. Rebound high that time, Justin Fowler. He still has the ball across the timeline. Oh, what a nice pass. Nelson couldn't handle it. Got it on the floor, and then looky here. Baggett with the loose ball pickup, scores it. Jordan Baggett. What a nice pass by Fowler. Nelson just couldn't handle it. Campbell in his zone press, taken away by Pearson to Jake Tennant. Puts it up and in. Campbell up by 20, and we've got timeout on the floor with 3:51 to go in this third period. Camels 45, Armorel Tigers 25. You're watching high school basketball on Y8C TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, wonderful.
Hello, and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Campbell started out this third quarter, had a very nice third quarter. They extended his lead out to 20 points. Armorel needed a little timeout, try to get the wheels fixed, because I think their wheels came off. But Campbell's defense had a lot to do with that. That press, Campbell's looks good. Campbell's slowing the ball down, working it around, finding an open man down there, playing very well.
Well, Campbell's they're hitting on all cylinders
Sure
tonight,
are.
Tommy. Their defense has created several turnovers. When they go down on offense, they're taking their time getting a set play, and they're getting the ball inside. They're not having to rely on a three-point shot like we've had to have seen them in the past. They've only had one three-pointer to go for them tonight. That was Jordan Baggett in the second quarter. On the other hand, Armorel only has one three-pointer, so everything's going inside the three-point line there.
Campbell's looking like a championship team right now if they can hold this thing together.
Well, I still think they learned a lot in
I
that
do
game
too.
last week against Malden. I mean, they were down by almost 20 points, and they came back and really found a team that they could play with. Nice drive that time by Kyle Cassidy. He picks up the foul. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. Foul is going to be on Matt Reagan. It's his second. Reagan's into the game for the Camels. Camels right now, their lineup is Fowler, Reagan, Pearson, Tennant, and Baggett. The first one put up by Kyle Cassidy will go. Armorel right now, they have on the floor Broach, Cassidy. Second one good. They also have Cortan, L.T. Miller, and Chris Brown. I was about to forget him.
Yeah.
Tennant with the ball, has it taken away by Cassidy behind his back. He almost lost it, got control, gives it back to Broach. Broach with the ball, gets it out to Cortan. To Brown. Brown in the corner. Ball taken away and out of bounds off of Jake Tennant.
Jake played some good defense.
Yes,
that
he
time.
did. Armorel with the ball. They need a bucket, Tommy.
Yes, they do. They sure
need
do.
one bad. They've got time to cut into this lead. We're going to have an offensive foul on Armorel. It's going to be on L.T. Miller, his third. Team's fourth in this half. Well, they didn't need that.
No,
they needed a bucket and start cutting in. You know, if they get that thing that would let down to 10 before the fourth quarter, they you can make a run at them.
Right.
Reagan with the ball for the Camels, tried to hit Fowler underneath, and the loose ball gets to Fowler. He put it up, can't get it to go. Rebound that time by Hunter Cortan. Gets the ball to Brown. Brown to Cassidy. Cassidy out to Miller. Miller for three. Puts it up. Will not go. Rebound tipped out by the Camels. It's off Jordan Baggett.
Game's getting a little rough out there in Spotsby.
Well, it is.
Everybody's battling for the ball. You know, nothing really intentional. They're just fighting
Sure.
for the ball.
Kyle Matthews in for Jordan Baggett. Inbounding for Armorel is Chris Brown. Nice three-pointer put up that time by Cassidy. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped out by Broach. Campbell will control as Matthews gets it. Gives it back to Tennant. Tennant with the ball. He drives in. Puts it up. Will not go. Rebound by Broach. Armorel with the ball. Trailed by 18 with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Cortan with the ball to Broach. Fowler's on him. Broach is driving. Takes the ball back out. Gets the ball down to Cortan. He's inside, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. So Armorel will inbound the ball under their own basket with 2:01 to go in the game. Foul's going to be on Justin Fowler, his fourth. The team's fourth. Both teams have 4 fouls. Brown inbounding the ball to Cortan. Cortan out to Cassidy. Cassidy kicks the ball over to Broach. Broach to Brown. Back to Broach. Cortan for 3. Will not go. Nice block out that time by Justin Fowler.
Very nice block.
Yep. I mean, he did what you're supposed to do. He put the butt in the gut and kept his man that he was guarding behind him. Foul that time is going to be on Kyle Cassidy, his 4th, team's 5th. Andrew Pearson and Eugene Powers back into the game for the Camels. Stovall in for Armorel. Matthews with the ball. Nice drop pass over to Reagan. He knocks it down.
Good ball movement that time.
Good ball movement. Well said, Tommy. Reagan's 4th point of the night. Brown with the ball. He still has it. Drives. Kicks it out in the corner to L.T. Miller. He drives in, puts up a shot, scores it. Miller's first basket of the night. 47-29, 1:10 to go in the third period. Camels on top of the Tigers. Tennant kicks that ball down to Powers. Powers out to Reagan. Reagan's going to put up a shot from the corner or from the underneath the bucket. Will not go. Powers with the rebound. Puts it up. Will not go. Cortan with the rebound for the Tigers. Gets it over to Brown. 50 seconds to go in the third period. Down in the corner to Broach. Broach thought about it. He's going to drive. Puts up a jump shot. Will not go. Rebound by Reagan. And we've got a foul on Brian Broach. It's going to be his 4th. Team 6th. Colt Harrelson coming in for the Camels. Going out is Jake Tennant. 42.5 seconds to go in this third period. Camel on top by 18. Tommy, I'm a little surprised.
I am too. But I thought it'd be a closer game. Camels just played real good, and Armorel, Camels took them out of their game.
Armorel's played hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they really have. Camels just having a good game.
Sure.
Like I said, I think Coach Fowler found something last week in the fourth quarter against the Greenway. Look at Harrelson drive. I tell you what.
Drive. Laid it up left-handed like it's supposed to happen.
I'm going to say this about Colt Harrelson. He came in that fourth quarter against Malden the other night and kind of lit a spark under that team. He really did.
Sure did.
And ever since then, I mean, and he's getting some valuable minutes.
That's right.
And he just gives you everything he's got. He's a short guy, but by golly, he gets after it.
I agree with you. He did light a fire.
Yep. Broach that time put up the shot as the horn goes off to end the third quarter. Camels 49 and the Armorel Tigers 29. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
The absolute first thing is honesty is the best policy.
Treat people how you want to be treated. People keep coming back to Allen Christian because they get a good, honest, fair deal, and the service is second to none.
Just a family atmosphere with no pressure. We treat people right, and everybody seems to like it.
Try to take care of them the way we'd want to be taken care of, and our loyal customers know that. That's why they keep coming back, and we hope to continue that for a long time.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Campbell's really caught fire these last quarter. They're just extending that lead more all the time. They're playing a very good game. And I tell you what, Armorel's a nice team, and Campbell's taking them out of their offense and just doing what you're supposed to do to win a ball game, you know. And I'm very impressed with the way Campbell's moving that ball around, getting it underneath, getting the easy shots under, or not easy, but they're getting some good looks underneath, laying it up, playing very good. Armorel's a nice team. They're going to win a lot of ball games. I don't know what their competition is, but somebody said they got 2 young men on the bench. For what reason, I don't know, but I think it's 2 of their starters. But they're a nice team. And they just run into a hot Campbell team that since the other night we watched them play Malden. As you said, I think that loss done them some good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can lose, and if you learn from a loss,
that's right.
It sometimes it doesn't go down as a win, and 20 years from now it's still down in the yearbook as an L.
Right.
But if you can learn from a loss, then somewhere down the line it's going to pay off. And I still think the fourth quarter, when they came back, just kept chipping away, and they really had a chance to get in there and actually tie the game, and couldn't get it done. But all in all, like I say, I think Colt Harrelson lit a fire under him.
I mean,
he came off the bench and just did a nice job. Steve Fowler saw something at the start of this fourth quarter he did not like. He called a quick timeout. And Tommy, again, I don't mean to be taking anything away from the game going on. It's a good game. But Campbell has really played a well orchestrated game tonight.
Sure
They've gone with a game plan. They've stayed with it. They pressed when they needed to. They backed up when they needed to. They've got good ball handlers. The shooting's much better for them.
Yeah, I tell you what, like you say, they had a game plan, they stuck with it, and it's paying dividends for them. And, you know, as we was talking, I don't want to keep going back to the Malden Campbell game, but when I was so proud of Campbell, the way they kept fighting to get back in that ball game against Malden, because anytime you go to someone else's gym, you're going to defend your gym well. And they went over to play a very fine Malden Greenway team and really represented Campbell well, and I was really proud of them.
Harrelson inbounds to Matthews. Armorel has stayed with that man-to-man, Tommy. They play a good man-to-man defense. Campbell's offense works real good. LT Miller steals the ball that time, and he's going to be fouled. Let's see if the foul's on Powers.
When Miller comes in a game, he gives a little spark. He's quick and fast. And I don't know, he hasn't been in a lot, but when he's in, he does a nice job.
Third foul that time on Matt Reagan. 5th foul on the Camels this half. Broach with the ball, drives down, picks it up, puts up a shot, ball knocked out of bounds by Pearson of the Camels. Chris Brown will inbound for the Tigers. Gets the ball to Cortan. We're going to have a foul on Eugene Powers on the floor. His 4th. Cale Weeks in for Eugene Powers. Both teams with 6 fouls. The next foul by either team, they go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Kyle Matthews out. Got some very valuable minutes out of that young man.
Yeah, you bet they have.
He just comes in. He knows what to run an offense. Look at Matt Reagan. I tell you, that's the young man that impresses me. He comes off the bench. He picks up a lot of rebounds. And there you go. Great defensive play. Jake Tennant with the ball. Working against Miller. Loses the ball out of bounds. Got to be called off of Miller's hands. 6:58 to go in the game. Campbell on top, 49-29. Armorel's gonna come back in this game. They need to make a run right here, Tommy. Pearson with shot, will not go. Rebound by Brown. Yeah, Armorel needs they need about 5 quick buckets and no buckets by Campbell to chip that down to 10 and then make the run with 4 to go. Tell you, Broach put that ball out there in front of Tennant, and he took it away from him.
Tennant will have it.
Yep. Broach has the ball. Drives the free throw line, kicks the ball over to Stovall for a long 3. He knocks it down.
What a nice set shot. He sit out there and shot that thing.
Josh Stovall, a 5'10 sophomore. His first basket of the night, knocks it down for 3. Tennant with the ball for the Camels. Just what we said, Armorel needs about 10 points in a row. Harrelson with the ball, going to drive in, puts it up, scores it.
Nice
I'll tell you
move.
what, the young man, I tell you.
Very nice move.
Yep, he has his second bucket on the night. He has 4 in the game, 51-32. Stovall with the ball. Down to Miller. Foul on Miller, his 4th. Team's 7th foul. Reagan out. Matt Nelson in for the Camels.
Armorel brought a pretty good crowd with them. Bill.
They did, Tommy, and it's about an hour and 15-minute drive, and glad to have those folks here. Harrelson with the drive at time. Cale Weeks picks up the loose ball, puts it up, will not go, gets his own rebound, puts it back up. We got a foul. Foul's going to be a walking on the floor on Cale Weeks. Jordan Baggett back into the game for the Camels. Coming out is going to be Colt Harrelson. Harrelson really gave him some valuable minutes.
Tell you what, like you said, he comes in and puts a spark in the team.
Right. Kyle Cassidy in for Armorel, and Brian Broach going to take a much-needed rest. That young man has been a workhorse for him. Scored 2 points, but boy, he's done a lot of things for him and done them well. What a nice pass that time to Kyle Cassidy, and then he tried to hit Miller. Miller couldn't control off his fingertips out of bounds. 5:43 to go in the game. Campbell on top, 51-32. Jordan Baggett with the ball, barking out some plays there. Gives it to Cale Weeks, back to Baggett. Baggett drives in, has it knocked out of his hands, but he gets control, puts it up, will not go, gets his own rebound,
puts it up,
sticks it back in.
Stayed after it.
Baggett with 11 in the game. 53-32, we've got a foul on the floor against the Camels. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Kyle Cassidy. The foul that time is on Andrew Pearson, his 3rd. Justin Fowler coming in for Pearson for the Camels. Camel on top of 21, Tommy.
Yeah, I tell you what, like you say, if Armorel's going to make a run, they better do it now. This thing's going to get away from them if it hadn't already.
Cassidy's first free throw up. He scores it. He'll get the bonus.
Hard to come back on that good Camel team when they're playing defense like they are.
Yes. Cassidy has 16 in the game, Tommy. He's a good player.
Yes, he is.
And we just don't look at offense. We look at defense, too, all around. I mean, we've seen some guys fill it up in the years we've been doing basketball, but they couldn't play the other end of the court.
Exactly right.
Camel with the ball with a 19-point lead. We're down to 5 minutes to go in this game. Fowler with the ball. Camel trying to protect it. No big hurry right now. Tennant with the ball over to Fowler. Fowler inside the three-point line and then kicked it right back to Tennant. Camel milking a little time off this.
I think Coach Fowler would like that ball in Tennant's hand as much as possible.
Right. Chris Brown is going to be called for the foul. His second, going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Jordan Baggett. Again, Baggett has 11 points. Has not been to the free throw line tonight. 4:43 to go in this game, Tommy. Baggett's first one up will not go. Rebound that time by Stovall. Everybody else just sat there. Thought it was 2. Stovall slipped in there and got the ball. Nice spin move that time by Cassidy. Gets it over to Cortan, and he puts up a three, will not go. Brown with the rebound, the long rebound out to him. Stovall in, gets it over to Cortan again, puts up a three, knocks it down.
Yeah, hit another three.
Hunter Cortan with 11 in the game. He's a 6'2 junior. 53-37, down to 16-point lead for Camels with 4:15 to go. Campbell going to try to spread the offense out. Tommy, the ball taken away that time by Kyle Cassidy. Puts it up and in. Steve Fowler wants a quick timeout to regroup his team as Armorel has cut this lead down to 14, Tommy. That's just what we said. They just need to keep chipping away, a couple of steals, and they get back in the game. But Kyle Cassidy now has 19 in the game.
Tell you what, a couple three-pointers here and a couple three-pointers there. This is a ball game. Campbell and Coach Fowler don't want to let this thing get any closer than what it is. He's going to regroup his Camels, tell them to start, playing a little better ball. They've been playing real good. He's wanting to let's finish this thing off. We got them down. Let's finish them off.
Well, again, it looked like from up here that Campbell's going to go into a four-corner. They didn't go with a post man. The two back guys were kind of a little close to the lane, and I don't know if he's going to spread them out. Armorel in that man-to-man. I mean, if you got the ball and only one person on you, you should be able to handle the ball and drive in and out, take away some time, and maybe that's what he's wanting to do. I mean, this is a good time to practice against another team. Can we protect the lead?
There's going to come times you're going to need to do that.
And again, last week against Malden, Campbell against Malden. Malden couldn't protect the lead. Right. Campbell got back into the game, and Armorel's not quit. I will tell you that.
You got to give them that. They're going to stay after you.
Coach Charles Brown and Mike McCurdy of the Armorel Tigers. Got a nice team, Tommy.
Yes, they do.
And I like to see a team when they get down 21 in the fourth quarter, don't quit.
Right.
Here they've cut it to 14, so they've cut into that lead by 7. Kel Weeks with the ball, gets it out to Tennant. Down in the corner to Fowler. Fowler inside to Weeks. Weeks puts up a shot, will not go. Rebound tipped around and pulled down by Brian Broach of Armorel. He gives the ball to Hunter Cortan. Armorel needs a bucket, Tommy.
They sure do.
Ball out to Miller. Long two-pointer will not go. Nice rebound by Justin Fowler. Gives the ball to Tennant. Hey, Fowler hasn't done anything in scoring tonight, but boy, he's played a good game when he's been in there. We got a palming the ball or carrying the ball on Jake Tennant. Turnover on the Camels. 3:19 to go, 53-39. Tracy Stone made that call. He was played on the All-State first place team. Malden Green Waves, 1985 as a guard. Campbell with a takeaway. Fowler with the ball. Tried to get it down. He does get it to Tennant. Tennant still with the ball. Still with the ball. Drives the baseline. Gets it over to Baggett. Baggett from 8. Will not. Falls back in. Yeah.
Got a good roll. Fell in.
He sure did. Soft touch. Cassidy with the ball. Still has it. Goes in. Puts up a layup. Will not go. Rebound tied up that time between Weeks and Miller. Jump ball will stay with Armorel.
Good hustle on Miller's part. When you tie it with K.O. Weeks, try to take the ball away from him like that, chances are you're not going to win that battle.
He's a strong guy.
He sure is.
Brown in for Miller for the Tigers.
Speaking of K.O. Weeks, he has had a nice ball game.
Yes, he has. Been quiet here in the fourth quarter.
Sure has.
Brown with the ball. He's going to drive. Kicks it over to Cortan. Puts up a three. Will not go. Rebound by Stovall. That young man's come off the bench, played a good ball game, Tommy.
Sure
ball
has.
knocked out of bounds by Cale Weeks. Josh Stovall inserted in the game with about the first 2 minutes. And he's been in and out. Boy, he's played a nice game.
A lot of hustle on his part.
Chris Brown to inbound. Gets it inside to Broach. Broach tried to hit Cortan there on the baseline, and ball kicked around, but Broach gets it back. He has it. Kicked over to Stovall. Stovall to Cassidy. Cassidy drives in and tries to hit Broach and throws the ball out of bounds. 55-39, 2:28 to go. Powers in for Jake Nelson for the Camels. See what Camels tries to do with 2:28 to go. They've got a 16-point lead, Tommy. Tennant's driving, stops, throws underneath to Powers. Ball knocked away from him. Cortan with the ball, still has it, drives in, puts up a shot, is going to be fouled. Hunter Cortan to the line to shoot 2. He has 11 in the game. He's 4 for 4 from the line. Foul on Cale Weeks, his first foul, Tommy.
He's played good defense, too.
Yes,
He's
he
been
has.
in there battling and he's played smart.
Cortan's first shot, good. Miller will come in for the shooter. If he makes it. And he's perfect from the line tonight. 6 for 6. Has 13 in the game. He's played a nice game, Tommy.
Sure has.
Hunter Cortan, a 6'2 junior. 55-41, 2:10 to go.
Campbell really not in any hurry. Don't need to be.
Fowler with the ball. Over to Baggett. Baggett driving. Tried to hit Powers underneath. Taken away by Kyle Cassidy. Still the ball. Drives down. He's going to be fouled. Boy, a big turnover at time of the Camels. Foul's going to be on Jordan Baggett. His second. Foul's going to be on Jake Tennant.
Jake, okay.
Again, I need to wait till they put it up on the board. His first. We've got timeout on the floor with the Camels leading Armorel 55-41 with 1:47 to go in this game. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Gregory's Creations, fragrant candles and lampe brochet fills the air. Brides are registering for fine china.
Many unique gift ideas and a warm, friendly atmosphere is created at Patricia's Tea Room. Plus, Patricia's Tea Room serves lunch Thursday through Saturday at 11 to 2.
Call J.R. York, attorney at law, if you've been injured by another's negligence, hurt at work, or denied disability. Over 20 years experience. J.R. York, attorney at law. Call 624-7406.
Glensane Motors has 2 great locations, Rector, Arkansas and Kennett, Missouri. Glensane Motor in Rector has all makes, models of GMC Yukon, Sierra trucks, and Acadias. Glensane Motors in Kennett has Chevrolet, Cadillac, Pontiac, Buick, and GMC trucks. Glensane Motors located on Highway 49 North in Rector and 1607 Independence in Kennett. Glensane Motors, where friends bring you here and service brings you back.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment.
Great instructors.
And convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Armorel made a little comeback on Campbell. Campbell got a little bit sloppy. Coach Fowler's going to call a timeout. Campbell's played a nice ball game. I don't mean that sloppy. I don't mean that, but they've just got Armorel. I'll just say kick the defense up, caused a few turnovers. But Campbell had a pretty good lead there a while ago. Had them down by 20, and Armorel didn't quit. They just kept coming back and got this thing cut down here to about 14. And time's running out. They got 1:47 to make a comeback, but
Well
Campbell
said.
needs to protect the ball a little bit, and I think they will.
Well, Jordan Baggett drove in a while ago and he tried to force the pass.
He sure did.
And I think that's what Coach Fowler's saying. You know, if you're going to go in there 12 foot, stop, pop.
Try to.
And instead of trying to, unless the guy's wide open, I mean, he tried to put it through six hands in there. And again, the ball got tipped around. Armorel got it, went down the floor with it. And it's easy to see up here. And we're sitting up high, and we can see a lot of that things. Those guys are down there, and it just amazes me how quick these athletes are today.
Quick, and they up and down the floor. They can jump. They can just do all kinds of things. There's good athletes around Southeast Missouri, Northeast Arkansas, on these good basketball teams.
Free throw put up by Cassidy. He knocks that one down. He's had a very good game tonight.
He sure has.
He's also perfect from the line. 55-43, closest that Armorel has been in some time. 1:40 to go in the game. Powers gives the ball to Tennant.
Nice pass.
Now there's the open
There
man.
it is.
That was the shot right there, and Powers put it on the floor instead of going up with it.
Yep.
But he's going to go the line to shoot 2. Eugene's been very quiet tonight. He has 4 points in the game, the line to shoot 2. Going to try to see who the foul is on. It's going to be on Kyle Cassidy. It's going to be his 5th foul. He is fouled out of the game. Coming in for him will be Josh Stovall. Kyle Cassidy tonight, 21 points. 6 for 6 from the line, Tommy.
He's had a nice game.
He has. Eugene Powers' first free throw is up, scores it. Next one up will not go. Rebounded that time by Hunter Cortan. He still has the ball. He drives in, kicks it out to Stovall. Stovall for 3. Puts it up. Well, it goes. That's a soft shot.
Yes, it was. Armorel's back within 10.
Yep. 56-46. Down to 1:10 to go in the game. Fowler with the ball. Gives it to Weeks. Weeks going to drive in. Puts layup up. Will not go. Rebound that time by Brown. He gets it down to Cortan. He puts it up. He dunks it.
That brought the Armorel people alive.
Yeah.
Got back within 8 points.
56-48. Armorel has cut this lead, Tommy, from 21 down to 8 with 1:01 to go.
Tell you what, this has turned out to be a ball game.
It has. It has.
This Armorel team just wasn't ready to quit. They just kept battling back.
Well, Campbell hadn't been able to get the crip shots down like they were that, in the first 3 quarters. Here in the fourth quarter, they just hadn't been able to get the fall. And Armorel's hit the boards extremely hard, and they're releasing. Everybody else for Campbell is under the bucket. Nobody's back on defense. And that time, the big guy took it down, and, I mean, he hammered it home.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
He did.
56-48, 1:01 to go. This is the first annual Campbell Christmas tournament. We're glad that the folks at Campbell invited YHC TV over to do this championship game, and hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have to bring it to you. Fowler with the ball, and it's going to be a foul that time on Chris Brown. It's going to be his 3rd. To the line to shoot 2 is going to be Justin Fowler, and Fowler has not scored tonight, Tommy. He is an excellent shooter.
When Campbell plays basketball and Fowler's on the floor, you're not going to see this very often. He's not going to have any points. He's a fine offensive player. He's a fine, just all-around player.
I think he's only shot 1 field goal tonight. He's dished off more than he has to look to shoot the ball. First free throw up will not go. 58 seconds to go in the game. 3-possession game right now.
Right.
Even if he knocks this down, it's a 3-possession game. Armorel needs 3 threes. He does get the second one. Stovall with the ball. Gets the ball down to Brown. Oh, boy.
From the corner.
Hunter Cortan knocks that thing down. It's 57-51 with 46.4 seconds to go. Tell you what, this turned out to be a heck of a game.
Hey, I was kind of relaxed back here. I thought the Camels on their way to the championship, and I still think they're a good enough team to hold on. But I tell you, this Armorel team wasn't ready to quit. They said, we're going to try to take that trophy back to Arkansas.
That's right. I tell you what, I've got my Diet Dr. Pepper here, and I'm swigging on that thing. And boy, good thing I have been because it's awakened me.
I tell you, this has been a nice game. It's been a
real good
nice
game.
Good championship game.
Again, we were talking about the folks at Campbell inviting us over to do this game. Well, again, we want to thank the superintendent here, Darrell Wilburn. High school principal Jay Thornton has always been very gracious to us. Also, the personnel that work here in the gymnasium, they get us the electricity, anything that we need. We just want to say thank you to those folks. They just, everybody here just always treats us nice. Again, 46.4 seconds to go. We've got a great game going here. Let's sit back and enjoy these last few seconds of the game. Tennant with the ball to Powers, to Weeks. We're going to have a foul that time on Chris Brown. Brown fouled Weeks with 38.7 seconds to go. To the line to shoot 2 free throws will be Cale Weeks. He's 4 for 7 from the line, Tommy.
Okay.
Connie, that's my wife.
That's right.
First one up by Weeks will not go. Weeks has 14 in the game. A 2-possession game right now. Weeks needs this to make it a 3. Knocks that one down. Stovall with the ball. That's a very important free throw.
Yes, it was.
Cortan with the ball. They're trying to put up a 3. Broach has it. He thought about a 3.
Yes, he did.
They've got to put it up in a hurry. They get it into Cortan. He drives in to shoot a layup. It's going to be fouled. Jake Tennant going to be called for the foul. Tennant second. To the line to shoot 2 will be Hunter Cortan. Again, he is 6 for 6 from the line tonight.
Been automatic from there so far, hasn't he?
He has 8 so far. He's got 18 in the game. Boy,
he's got a different looking shot, but boy, it's a soft shot. It's a pretty shot.
He knocks it down. Jake Nelson in for Jordan Baggett. 58-52. Cortan's second one up. Misses. Weeks with the rebound. He's going to be fouled by Brian Broach, and Broach is going to foul out of this game with 18.5 seconds to go. Rob got him for 5. I'm not the official score, and now they say it's 5.
Yep.
Coming into the game is going to be Kendrick Harris for Armorel. Jordan Baggett back into the game for the Camels. Jake Nelson out. The line to shoot 2 is going to be Cale Weeks. He's 1 for 2 there. Just came from the free throw line, 1 for 2. 58-52. Free throw up, will not go. Still a 2-possession game, Tommy.
Sure is.
Armorel's not out of it.
No, that's right.
This game's not over. Next one up makes it. That makes it a 3-possession game. Cortan drives in, puts it up, scores it. I tell you, this young man's had a good game.
Yes, he has.
59-54 with 6 seconds to go in the game. Foul at time going to be on Stovall. Josh Stovall is first with 4.5 seconds to go, Tommy. I'd say that it may not be over, but she's over here humming.
I think so. I think she's tuning up to sing that song. I believe Campbell's going to be the champion of their own Christmas tournament.
Well, I tell you what, hats off to the Armorel Tigers. They never quit. They kept coming back. And if they hadn't had such a slow third quarter, they could have got in this game to win. Armorel is going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it here. 59-54 with 4.5 seconds to go, Tommy. You're the Armorel coach. What are you going to tell your team?
Well, 4 seconds to go. I'm just going to tell them they're going to have to get the ball and get it down, get a shot, put it up, and see what happens. Because it's been a nice game, and this Armorel team came back and made a ball game out of it when I thought Campbell had them blowed out of here. But it's been a nice game to watch, and congratulations to both teams for playing as hard as they have.
Well, Campbell had them down 49-29 to start the fourth quarter. Had them down 20. They were up 21 at one time in that quarter. And actually with about 4:05 to go in that fourth quarter is when Armorel started chipping away. They got it down to 14.
Right.
Then Campbell got it back up to 17. And then from that point on, Armorel has just been going getting the rebound when Campbell missed and getting the ball out quickly down the floor.
Right.
And again, hats off to both teams. Like I said, Campbell's not going to line up this time on the free throw line. They don't want to make any fouls.
No.
Jake Tennant to the line to shoot 2. He has 8 points on the night tonight. That's his night. It's his first free throw attempt, and he makes it. This one will put it out of reach.
Yes,
it will make it a 3-possession game. That's short. Ball on the floor. Campbell does not want to make a foul.
2-pointer.
Fortan that time puts up a shot as the horn goes off. Camels win their own Christmas tournament by a score of 60-54 over the Armorel Tigers. Again, congratulations to the Camel. Congratulations to the Armorel Tigers.
That's
the way
right,
they fought and came back in this game. We're going to stay here, or we're going to tell you, you're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
What if sports were much more than just a game? And there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Congratulations to Coach Coach Rick Campbell and Coach Steve Fowler and the Camels for claiming the first annual Camel Christmas Tournament Championship. A very good game. The Armorel Tigers came in here, and I thought Campbell was going to blow them out, but they kept fighting back, made a good ball game out of this. But tonight, I believe the better team won. It was just a good game. Been a good tournament all year, and they're going to present the Armorel with their second place trophy. Very nice team. Armorel's got a good team. I know Coach and them appreciate them coming up to fill out the field. Been a good tournament this week. There's a big roar for the Camels taking that trophy, and they deserved it. They played very hard, had a good week of basketball. And as we say, congratulations to the coaching staff and the Camel School and these young men that got out there and played a very, very good game tonight to win this thing. Had several players from both teams put on good scoring exhibitions, but there's a lot of kids got in there and played some good defense and hustled and played. And so everybody hit the floor, in my opinion, played very, very good. Cale Weeks had a nice game tonight. He just rebounded. He scored some points. And Campbell just had an all-around good game.
Yes, they did, Tommy. Very well said. Tournament very well ran, and congratulations to all the teams that participated.
That's right.
Good game that we saw here tonight. We have seen some good games here this evening, and we're trying to get some final stats figured up here for you. We're going to have the Hunter Corton, all-tournament team.
Had a nice game tonight, Bill.
Yes, he did. We didn't get a list, so we won't be able to tell you in advance. I can tell you that. Who was that, Brent?
Travis Thomas.
Travis Thomas.
Another player off Armorel's team.
Kyle Cassidy had a great ball game tonight.
Congratulations to Justin Fowler for Camel making all-tournament team.
Justin Fowler tied the game up, put it in overtime the other night in the semifinals. Jake Tennant for
another
the
good
Camels.
selection.
Jeremy Payne.
Payne, I don't know where he's from, and I guess he's from Neelyville, maybe.
Matt Willard.
Jeremy Patty's from Neelyville.
Patty. Cody Russin.
Uh-huh. Jordan Baggett.
Baggett.
I believe he's from Neelyville too. Richardson.
Curtis McGee. We'll go over all these in just a moment.
Sledge Crawley off that good Campbell Junior varsity team.
He played a great game tonight.
He sure did. He's a nice player.
Well, Tommy, the all-tournament team, and hopefully I got these names right. Hunter Corton, Travis Thomas, Kyle Cassidy, Justin Fowler, Jake Tennant, Jeremy Patty, Matt Woolard, that is, Cody Russin, Jordan Baggett, Sloan Richardson, Curtis McGee, Dustin Hunter, and Sledge Crawley.
Good bunch of kids.
Congratulations to those guys. We're going to quickly wrap this up and tell you the way the game went tonight. Camels in scoring, they were led by Cale Weeks with 16, 13 to Jordan Baggett, 9 to Jake Tennant, 8 to Jake Nelson, 5 to Eugene Powers, 4 to Colt Harrelson, and also Matt Reagan, and 1 to Justin Fowler. Total of 60 points. Campbell shot 14 free throws in the first half, 13 in the second half, so that's a total of 27 free throws. They were 14 for 27, Tommy. On the other hand, for the Armorel Tigers, Camels, by the way, go to 5-3 on the year. Armorel goes to 8-6 on the year.
Right.
They were led in scoring by Hunter Cortan with 21 and Kyle Cassidy with 21. 6 to Josh Stovall, 2 each to L.J. Miller, Jesse Hughes, and Brian Broach. Free throw-wise, they were 13 for 15, Armorel, from the free throw line.
I knew they hit a lot. I didn't realize they was that good. Yep. They are tough on that line. Good game, Bill. It was a nice basketball game, good championship game. Congratulations again to the Camels for winning their first Christmas tournament here to being held. I think this will be an annual thing. It'll just get bigger and better every year.
Yep.
As you say, Camel treats you right when you come over here. There's a good group of people, good administration, some good faculty members. We appreciate coming here, as we appreciate going everywhere. It's a nice ball game.
It was, Tommy. Until next time, on behalf of Kim Stokes, our camera person, Tommy Jacobs, Bill Hampton, we want to tell you, make sure you put those seatbelts on if you're out and about on the roadway, because we'd like to see you back to watch the next game with us. Don't forget, live today, learn from yesterday, look forward to tomorrow.